dope alcoholic addict, president, founder, R.I.P. project. You do not get to allow multiple people in your life who have hurt you and traumatized you, degraded you, torn you down, not move on from it, and then invite other people in your life, in your future, who have to figure out a way to tiptoe around you, how not to hurt your feelings. You're culpable for what you allow. It's not your fault you were traumatized or brutalized. It's not. You didn't deserve it. It's not fair for anyone to say that, to imply that, or to assume that. But you are culpable and capable of fixing it yourself. You should want to heal, and no one should have to dance around you and walk around on eggshells because you're unwilling to change and fix yourself and heal from something someone else did. It's fucked up. Someone did whatever it is to you. It's awful. Some of my friends have had the worst shit in the world happen to them. It's inconceivable to me. And one of my friends, a male, has had far, far worse shit happen to him than any female I've ever known. And that's bad. That's saying a lot. And he does not push his pain onto other people. Okay? We don't owe you a pat on the back. We don't owe you crutches. And you should heal and move on. As an addict and an alcoholic, and this is more important, you're not going to remain sober, attain sobriety, if you cannot find a fucking way to heal from your trauma that you did not deserve, but you did tolerate. You tolerated it. If it was a continuous thing. Now, some people have had singular incidences in which they completely didn't deserve and it was unannounced and they didn't tolerate it. You are going to have to find a way to move on. I've seen people do it. You can do it. You're capable of it. And you may think it's not fair, you're not speaking from experience, you don't know what I've been through. Watch people who have suffered egregious, insane human acts of torture and brutality toward them, and they have found a way to be social and to be tactful and polite and deal with the world. You don't get to be a cunt because someone traumatized you 15 years ago. You don't. You don't get to be an asshole because 75,000 women have broke up with you and destroyed your heart. It's just the way it is. I don't care how many times you've been cheated on or beat on. You don't get to fucking be that person. Not today and not to a motherfucker like me. I'm telling you. It ain't gonna work. You don't have an excuse. You don't get to revel and find comfort and find solace, a huge quantum of solace in your pain. You don't get to do that. And if you do, you're going to push good people away from you. People who don't want that in their life. They don't want to be treated like shit because you can't find a way to move the fuck on. It's not fair and it's not logical. All you're really doing is furthering trauma and repeating the cycle and pushing it onto another person. You shouldn't date or sleep with or be with anybody if you're traumatized and fucked up and don't know how to deal with yourself and treat people like shit and ruin another guy or girl's relationship or life because you want to get involved with them and lie to them and trick them and tell them that you don't have baggage and you're doing okay. And then you fuck them over, and then now they've got baggage. Now they have a little bit of trauma because they fell in love with a unhealed, unwilling, lazy, unmotivated fuck. It's ridiculous. And I can't stand it. Now, for those of you who get your feelings hurt, maybe you should take a look inward or criticize the video as you see fit. It doesn't matter. What I do know is you can survive anything, and you can, as a queen and a king, move on and heal and use that pain and trauma to the advantage of those who have just gone through it and help them heal from it. And then you have a reason to live and a reason to be sober and a reason to be happy. You do not have to revel and fuck around in your pity. I'm out.